And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. Back the early kickoff. And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. Finesse like.
Welcome to Never Back the Early Kickoff, episode 22, the podcast that keeps you one step ahead of the bookies while having a proper laugh doing it. No filters, no nonsense, just solid picks, proper chat, and a weekly reminder that backing the early kickoff does ruin lives. My name is Leon, and I have a sixth sense for picking players to be carded.
And I'm Josh, and I'm depressed.
I feel like we could have just used the same intro from last week.
No, this week.
You're a broken record.
This week is worse.
This week is worse.
Way worse. Way worse.
I thought the only way was up after last week.
So did I, mate. So did I. But you know what? There's only been nothing but downhill this weekend. Just pure depression, heartbreak, false hope. The dream, before the dream was being lived, and it really wasn't.
So you've checked into the Heartbreak Hotel?
Mate, I'm well and truly in the Heartbreak Hotel. Just sitting there, feeling sorry for myself, down in the dumps. Just, I don't even want to talk about it, but I've got no choice but to.
We're going to talk about it.
Where do you want to start?
This can be your therapy session, mate. Like, I'm here for you. Just know I'm a friend who is here for you today. So
no, you're not. You're here to laugh.
You
need to laugh and enjoy yourself.
Whatever you need, I am here. Just remember that.
Well, where do you want to start?
Let's start with Aston Villa v Wolves. Let's start there.
If I speak, I'm in trouble.
Who was it that said that? Was that Mourinho?
Sort of like that. I think it was Mourinho. Was it Man United? If I speak, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I can't remember who said that, but
I'm sure it's Mourinho.
I remember Salah said, "If I speak, there'll be fire," or something. He said some nonsense. It's like, shut up, Mo. But Villa Wolves at Molineux. You were very confident last week about that getting a result there. Do you want to talk me through what happened?
No.
Well,
you talk about it. You tell it because I know you enjoyed yourself. I know you can't wait. I know you sit there with a big grin on your face, ready to just dig in. Stick that knife in my back. Go on, do it.
No, I'm not going to stick it in your back. I'm going to stick it right in your chest. I'm going to look you straight in the eyes when I do it, mate. I didn't actually watch the game on Friday. And do you know why I didn't watch the game? Because I just thought it was going to be a Villa win. And I was like, I've got better things to do on a Friday night than to sit in front of that telly and watch Morgan Rogers put Wolves to the sword. I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. Then when I just got a flash score notification that Wolves went 1-0 up, and then I just thought, that's really funny. But even though they went 1-0 up, I was like, Villa will obviously just switch on now and they'll turn it round. Now, Villa always have been going a goal down loads this season and then just turning it round. So I thought, let's not get too excited. When I saw that second goal notification going, mate, at like the 94th minute, I put that telly straight on. I put that TV straight on because I needed to see it to believe it. And when I saw those Wolves players, mate, dancing with joy, I don't know what they're dancing with joy because they're already relegated. So I don't know why they were getting.
Yeah, but what happened was they didn't make history for the worst team in the Premier League. So I guess you're not breaking the worst record. So
that's so funny that you allowed them to not be the worst team by getting absolutely handled 2-0. Like, to not score past Wolves is one thing. To not score and like concede 2 against one of the worst teams factually in Premier League history is absolutely hilarious. What are you thinking about your Champions League hopes now after that result?
Not happening. I can't believe. Like, was it like on the 1st of Jan? Like, shouldn't we be like 11 points clear of Man United or something like that? And we were like cruising, we're in great form, and yeah, since then, nothing. Literally nothing.
Do you know what brings joy to my face as well? And I'm going to go back into our old podcast and I'm going to clip this up. I remember saying, we'll revisit this back in March or April. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We'll revisit Villa later in the season when you were like title challengers. We're in a title race. We're in a title race. So what? You're telling me we're not in a title race? We're in a title race. And I was just sat there thinking, what is this guy on about? Fast forward a few months, mate, and now you are scrapping for Champions League and you ain't going to get it. You have got an absolute 6-pointer against Chelsea coming this week.
Yeah,
If you lose that, it is done. Dance done.
Yeah, literally since the 3-2 come back against Salzburg on the 29th of Jan, lost to Brentford at home, with Brentford with 10 men, drew with Bournemouth, beat Brighton with a late own goal, lost to you in the Cup, drew 1-1 with Leeds and lost against Wolves. What pathetic form.
And do you know what? The funny thing is, within your poor form, you still came to St James's and absolutely destroyed us. Right at the start of that run, you've come to our ground.
Yeah, that was just before that was the game before the run. We went downhill.
Yeah. So, mate, Villa are on their knees, mate, and I am.
But do you know what though? The only saving grace is we're still not in as bad form as Newcastle.
Oh, I don't know why you comparing yourselves with us to make yourself feel better, mate. You're title challengers.
Right. You thought you were going to be close to us this season. Like, you're actually in worse form than us. That's all I can say. That's the only saving grace that I've got.
Mate, we're in worse form than everyone but like Spurs. Like it's literally, I think Spurs
and Forest.
We're horrible at the moment. And I don't understand why I think we've lost our last 4 or 5 home league games. I've never known a Newcastle team, even under Mike Ashley, lose 5 home games in a row. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's pretty poor.
It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. I mean, it's a lot of it's to do with Bruno G being out. Like we just can't do anything without him. But do you know what Newcastle are? Newcastle are valiant losers, mate. We always put in a good showing and then we always get beat. Like every game, we put up a fight and then we just get beat.
Well, it's better than us. There's no fight in our team at the moment.
Yeah, but
I just feel like obviously injuries is obviously a key part of football, but like since literally Kamara, Tielemans, McGinn all gone down, it just seems like they've just got nothing whatsoever. Obviously, but that's part of football, right? Injuries, squad depth, managing time, that's all part of it. But yeah, I just don't see where we're getting results from. Bailey's come back from Roma, terrible. He's been awful. Rodgers, obviously, he was just doing so well, but he can't keep performing at that ridiculously high level for so long. He's obviously calmed down a little bit, but he's still trying. And then obviously Watkins is just don't know what's happened. He's just giving.
Well, Rodgers' problem is literally anyone playing Villa. It's like stop Rodgers, stop Villa.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just literally everyone's game plan is just stop Morgan Rodgers, and like you've got no other options that do anything.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying with McGinn out. Even though like in terms of like his actual like footballing ability, like he's a great player, but like he's not like a Morgan Rodgers where he's just going to like do something amazing. He's like a workhorse that's going to give you everything. Do you know what I mean? And but that still keeps players occupied. You know he's always going to be closing you down. You know he's going to be running at you and kicking you and being horrible, grabbing you. It puts pressure on. Tielemans, class. Kamara, class. And yeah, it's just horrible.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, at the end of the day, mate, like Villa are in the bin, Newcastle are in the bin. I mean, I don't know if you saw the game, but Jordan Pickford has made one of, if not the best Premier League save I've ever seen in my life.
it was pretty good.
Now, I used to be a keeper back in the day, many moons ago, and like, why are you laughing?
Nothing.
Mate, you're looking at a man that had a 6-week trial at Wolves and got told he was overweight. That's what you're looking at right now. That's what you're looking at right now, mate. I'm one of those, mate. You know, everyone when they grew up said they had a trial at a football team.
It wasn't for that dodgy knee injury, yeah.
No, it wasn't for me being overweight, mate. That's what they said. They said you've got ability, but you're overweight. But yeah, so I was a keeper back in the day, so I know a good save when I see one. That was ridiculous. Like that was ridiculous for a man with such short arms as well to get such a strong arm on that and to knock it onto the bar. That was an unbelievable save in the 90. I think it was the 92nd minute or something.
You think it was better than Emmy's one last year against Forest? Or was it the year before?
Yeah, I do. I think Emmy's one was. I'm not saying it was. Emmy's one was good, but it was like I feel like Emmy's one was just like a bit like it was a good reaction save. Where I feel like Pickford's like reaction, but also a proper strong wrist as well. Like because that was coming.
Yeah, the way he got caught by, was it Tonali?
So, it was Sandro's the only one in our team who can hit a ball like that.
Yeah, he did catch it sweet as a nut.
And it weren't like it was straight at him either, because sometimes people will hit volleys straight at keepers and they'll save it, and everyone's like, oh, what a save. But he's had to like dive, like full stretch of his little arms onto the bar. Unbelievable save. So I've got to tip my hat to Jordan Pickford. He better pull some of them out for us in the summer, in the World Cup. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm not going to go on for Newcastle forever, but I've got one thing I just want to pick up on, and this is the reason why we lost the game. The keepers. You've got Pickford making a worldie, and we've got Nick Pope buffering in goal still. He's still connected to dial-up, mate. He still moves in stages. Everything he does is like a 4-act play. It's like, the shot from the edge of the area, I can't even think who it was. Just hit like a crappy shot. And he's just dived. And I don't understand how you can dive to your right, and then instead of pushing it out for a corner, he should have caught it.
He's pushed it back into the goal.
It's like, but he's dived to the right and pushed it back to the left. So he's literally palmed it right down for the striker. I'm like, how have you even done that? Because
that's first rule of keeping, isn't it?
Oh, mate. Plenty of times, keepers will have shots at them and they'll spill it, put in front of them. He's dived to the right and pushed it back to the left. Oh, mate, I've not seen anything like it. We need a new keeper in the summer. Difference in that game was the keepers. Pope, I'm done with him. He needs to go. He needs to get out. Awful. But we're on to bigger and better things. We've got Barca in the Champions League, mate. We've got bigger fish to fry, so that's our focus. That was Newcastle Villa. Did you see City against Leeds?
Yeah, mate. Told you, mate. 2 out of 12 now. 2 out of 12. I'm going for it.
Yeah. Tough game for them, but they dug it out.
That was a tough game. Yeah. Tough. The first half, Leeds were the whole game, but Leeds were bang up for it, going for it. And wasn't terribly unlucky. I didn't really see him create too many clear cut chances, apart from the early one with Dominic Solanke. Not Dominic Solanke, Gavin Levine. Apart from that really early one. But Semenyo again. All right. Do you think he's signing of the season if City gone to win the league? Because he scored a decent amount of goals since he's there.
It depends. It depends the role he plays. He's only been there 5 weeks or something. So it depends. If he ends up taking them to the title, then but then I think Donnarumma's done some big saves so far this season.
True.
So and Semenyo's only Donnarumma, I can count at least 4 massive saves.
Yeah, true. That is a good point.
I mean, my signing of the season up until he got injured was Granit Xhaka at Sunderland.
Yeah.
I got him for absolutely nothing, and he was just doing mad things for them. But we'll have to revisit. I mean, who's your signing of the summer so far?
That's what I'm doing. I think there's still a decent amount to go yet. So I'm going to hold out a little bit longer. But I think if Semenyo takes them to a league title, I think he scored about 5 or 6 goals since he's been there, he could be up there. But again, they've paid a lot of money for him coming late in the season.
Look, every time I watch Semenyo play, mate, I just think, why the hell did we buy Anthony Elanga?
Yeah.
Semenyo is cheaper than Elanga. And watching £70 million worth of Elanga contribute no goals this season in the league. And I just think he's... Oh, mate, he just doesn't look like a good... He's just not even an upgrade on Jacob Murphy. And you know what I think of Jacob Murphy? I've made my opinion on him very clear on multiple occasions.
But at least he can shoot.
Who?
Jacob Murphy can cut him from his left a little bit and bend it a little bit.
Well, he can't. What Jacob Murphy can do is just run in straight line and spam crosses, mate. That's what he can do. Whereas Elanga can't even do that. But anyway.
Did you see United Palace?
I did.
United are lucky, in my opinion. I didn't think that was a pen.
It was interesting. I thought it was either a free kick and a red or a penalty yellow. Because I thought isn't there a double jeopardy rule where if it's a goal scorer,
they did change it, but then I think it was only if they're playing the ball or if they're trying to play the ball. I think because I know they definitely changed it because that's what I thought. But then when I thought about it, I think it's only if the ball's there and they're actually going for the ball rather than just kicking someone over. Yeah, like a tactical foul. But me personally, I thought that was outside the box.
Yeah, I mean, it's Cunha's done well because Cunha's like took an extra couple of steps and then gone. The actual for me, the foul was on the edge, but Cunha's bought that one a little bit. But it's Man United, mate. Old Trafford, they're always going to get a decision like that against a smaller club. Just one of them.
No, they're flying now.
Yeah, they are, mate. They're marching. And Sesko's header was a good header. That was a proper centre forwards header. Like that was like it was aggressive. Beat his man to the ball. Bullet header. I was like, oh, like I don't rate Sesko, but I'm like that. He scored a couple of nice goals recently. So I hope that doesn't continue. See Forest. I mean, see Spurs collapse against Arsenal's reserves. Fulham FC.
I can't speak.
Mate, they are in. Mate, I told you, mate. Tottenham are going, mate.
I think the only problem with that is at the moment Forest are struggling really bad.
They are. But I don't. The thing with Forest is, like, Forest have got a couple of. Actually, I say that Forest haven't got that many good players. I was going to say they've got a couple of players who can win you a game, but I just think when you've got Morgan Gibbs-White and Elliot Anderson in the centre of your park, and you've got two half-decent centre-halves, your spine of your team's all right, and I just think they've got enough to get...
I don't know what's missing for them.
What?
I don't know what's missing for them. Well, actually, it's Spurs Forest this week, so that could be...
Is it really?
No, so not this week. In a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, that'll be massive.
And it's at Spurs. But Spurs played worse at home.
Spurs played bad everywhere they go. Yeah, I mean, I still think Spurs are going.
Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised by West Ham getting hammered 5-2 by Liverpool. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was a weird game. That was. Liverpool scored like 3 set pieces.
Oh, they did a bit of Arsenal.
Yeah. I think it was 3 or 4 set pieces they scored.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting game. I didn't watch it all. I just watched little bits of it. I was like bits of here and there.
So let's revisit it then. So you think Forest? Do you think Burnley, Wolves, Forest are going?
Well, Burnley, I think, are definitely gone. Wolves,
Burnley and Wolves. But who's your third?
I think Forest.
I'm going Spurs still. I'm going Spurs, right. I just look at them. I look at the manager. I saw a clip of like the manager trying to tell Van der Ven to push up the other day, and Van der Ven just ignored him. And I'm like, that's your manager and your captain or your vice captain, and I'm just like, nah. Like these are all over.
I can't believe Fulham were evens.
No, fucking great odds that. Absolutely great odds. And then obviously game of the weekend, or in terms of its importance, Super Sunday. Arsenal, Chelsea at the Old Emirates. What do you make of it?
Just another stinky game for Arsenal. 2 stinky set pieces. Obviously, Chelsea scored a set piece as well. And that cross shot from Garnacho, great save by Raya at the end to keep him to get the 3 points. But it felt like quite an interesting game, but it was kind of very tactical and nothing really was happening. And then obviously a set piece would happen. And then Richard was just absolutely bossing it from his side.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like the Newcastle Everton game in a sense of if you switch the keepers over, you get a completely different result.
Yeah. I forgot. Sanchez was diabolical. I forgot about him. He was dog awful.
Yeah. I mean,
watching him.
The thing about Sanchez is, I watch him and I think, in terms of his frame, he looks like he should be good. Like he's a good size. He looks like he's agile, but he hasn't got a brain. Number one. Number two, he can't kick out from the back. The amount of times he was putting his team under pressure, like he did it from like the first minute right till the last minute. Every single back pass, it looked like he was going to mess up or just give the ball to Arsenal.
I know. Yeah.
With Gyökeres at the start, I was like, oh my god. I was like, just kick it long.
Okay. Do you know who reminds me of? Aurelio Gomez, the Brazilian who used to play for Spurs.
You don't even Gomez. The thing with Gomez was Aurelio Gomez would make the occasional wonder save.
Yeah, but he was just that all over the place and the same as these.
Yeah.
So Chelsea are not going to do nothing with him in goal.
No, and that was the thing. Like the thing is that had again. Victor Gyökeres is shit. I'm sorry, Victor Gyökeres is shit. He had like 2 1-on-1s against fucking Chalobah and that Mailing side, not Mailing side, Sarr and Chalobah. They're like 4th and 5th choice centre halves for Chelsea. And he couldn't do anything. He's useless, Gyökeres is. But back to Sanchez. I look at him and I just think, you're not good at any aspect of goalkeeping. Like, not good at shot stopping. You useless at corners. Like, it's absolute panic stations at corners. You can't kick. Like, you don't dominate your box. I look at him like, why does this kid get played? He's crap.
That's
Like,
really.
like some keepers you like De Gea. De Gea was an unbelievable shot stopper. Not good with his feet. Would make the occasional mistake, but as far as shot stopping, unreal. You look at Ederson with his feet, unreal. Weren't the best goalkeeper, but with his feet was incredible. Like, every goalkeeper has attributes that make them good. They just might not be good at everything. Sanchez is crap at everything. He can't do nothing.
No, he is pretty awful, to be fair. The way he was just flapping off the way he was just flapping terribly off corners was ridiculous.
Oh, I mean, I would love to, and we'll have to do this for a video. I would love to rank, do top 10 players in their position at the end of the season, and then maybe like the worst 10 players in their position. Because
I'm sure that's just ranking all 20 then for goalkeepers anyway.
Because if you were to ask me who are the worst 2 goalkeepers in the league, like who play, not like fucking reserve keepers who don't get a look in. Players, first choice keepers, the worst 2 in the league are Sanchez and Vicario.
Not Nick Pope.
A shadow of Nick Pope's probably third, because Nick Pope does make the occasional save, but Vicario and Sanchez just are. They must cause so much anxiety at the back for their defenders.
You couldn't trust them.
Nah.
Couldn't trust them.
Nah. Sanchez pretty much, in my opinion, cost them that game. And again, Chelsea, they just can't keep 11 men on the pitch. What is Pedro Neto doing on a yellow card?
I don't know.
It was such a stupid tackle. It was such a stupid tackle.
It was nowhere near the ball.
It was a blatant, I'm taking a yellow for a team tackle, but you're already on a yellow.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, then I don't understand what he was worrying about when he was walking off.
Yeah. Well, what he was trying to say to the ref was, I've been sent off for 1 tackle. Well, 1, you shouldn't have mouthed off and got a yellow card. And if you're on a yellow card and you do a foul like that, you're going to get a second yellow. But what do you mean? Like, mate, I don't rate Pedro Neto, but that game just showed you exactly why Chelsea aren't going to do anything, because they can't keep 11 men on the pitch. They haven't got enough experienced players, and they've got a dog shit goalkeeper. And that all came to cost them yesterday. Because, like you said, I don't think Arsenal were that good. I don't think Arsenal played that well. I mean, how many saves did Sanchez make in that game? Can you remember him making a save?
No, I can have a look though, see what it says online.
I can't remember him making a save, but like David Raya, he made that unbelievable one off Declan Rice, nearly scored an own goal. He made that unbelievable one off Garnacho. He made that double save at the end, even though it was offside. Oh god. So, last thing quickly, do you think are you backing for the title? Then you still backing City?
Back in City all day, every day.
I'm still on Arsenal. I think this has been a big week for them. Beating Spurs and beating Chelsea. That's 2 of their more trickier fixtures ticked off. Nah,
mate. Man City all the way.
All right then, mate. So we've just had a little bit of a catch-up on the results from the Prem over the last week. But this is what the people are here for, mate. They want to know how we got on over the last week. Did we have any successful punts? How are we feeling? Any good winners? You said at the start of the episode that you've dropped some new low.
New low. Down, ready to tap out.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm here for you, mate. I'm here as a friend. I'm here for you. So the floor is yours. Talk to me. How did you get on over the last week? Non-judgmental space. Let's go.
Fenerbahce.
Oh.
That just can't. Actually, pain. Just nothing but pain. So I had a few things. Obviously, I had to back the Villa boys last week, and obviously they let me down. So that ACCA was already down. But Villa and Fenerbahce let me down for 600 quid. That's the first one. But that went down on Friday. Obviously, I just had to back the Villa boys.
Can we have a minute for the fact that you backed a team on a Friday night? That is brave.
I always back a team on a Friday night, depends who's playing. But you got to back the boys, haven't you? You got to back them to the bottom of the league. Come on. 600 quid. 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 600 qu Right. Anyway, so Villa and Fenerbahce, 600 quid. But the big horrible one is Fenerbahce were the only team that let me down for £1,000. Under
Oh, how many fold?
12-fold.
Oh, right, last game.
Yep. So
Oh, God, it's the triple threat.
yeah, last
Oh,
game, everything. And so on it, I had City, United, Barca, Inter, PSG,
mm,
Southampton, St. Gallen, Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, Cardiff, PSV, and Coventry. It's running smoothly. Smooth. All my teams coming on Saturday. A couple of late winners, but it was all smooth. Then, like, if the one went down early, he would like Coventry got a late winner, but that served me well because that would have been one of the first ones, so it wouldn't have been as bad or wouldn't have felt as bad. There was another late winner. Who was the other late winner from? I can't remember who was it.
St.
Oh yeah, St. Garland. They were 1-0 down, and then had a 93rd minute penalty as well. So they resurrected from the dead. So they also had them. Then going into Sunday, I had a 400 quid cash out from a tenner, and it was just Man United and Fenerbahce left. So obviously, as you know, the United game. So you watched it, and then obviously when they got a man sent off, got a penalty. I was like, okay, this is in. This one's in.
Yeah.
Sorry, and this is when my cash out was 400 quid after the United game. So I was like, one more game. Fenerbahce, guys, that's Roy won yesterday. Fenerbahce are behind in the league. They've got to win to keep up with them, and because they're already like a couple of points behind, just completely shut the bed. Went 1-0 down. They missed a really good chance. Well, it was like one of them like half chances. The keeper's coming to no man's land. Someone's got like tackled on the right hand side of the pitch. With a player that's just got bend it in with your left. Open goal, keeper's in no man's land. Puts it wide. Hits the front netting on the near post. I'm like, surely if you're going to go wide, you go wide out and miss it completely. Not like hit it too short. That was really early. That was annoying. And then the player went through 1-on-1. And then they conceded an own goal, 1-0 just before half time. Then they went 2-0, and then I couldn't speak. And then they went 2-1, so I was like, okay, talk to me. Then 2-2, 70. I think it was about the 75th minute. So I'm like, all right, this is back on. This is coming because I've had two late winners, two late comebacks. United come back from 1-0 down. St. Gallen come back from 1-0 down with a late winner. They've come back from 2 goals down, 2-2, 15 minutes left. You've got to win. Let's fucking go. And that's all she wrote.
Oh, God.
And then on another one, because obviously I had that one running, and then I had put one on just for Sunday with a load of other teams, Larnaca, and then I also had Fenerbahce on that one, so I'd just would have been 2. Let me down for another 300 quid. So basically, across 3 teams, across 3 different bets, but Fenerbahce was on all of them. Let me down for £2,000.
Oh, you were the nearly man this weekend, then, weren't you? You were the nearly
But
man.
it's you know what? If it just went 2-0 down, it's better. It's the false hope, the fake.
I
It's
mean,
like,
that's
and
a man.
especially when you have a few late winners go your way as well already. You're like, okay, this is something going on. Something's happening for me today.
I mean, I feel your pain coming through the screen. I can feel it, and I do feel for you. I do feel for you. But I've got one question. I've got one question. I know everyone that watching this is going to be thinking the same thing.
I know the question.
What's the question?
Why didn't I cover it?
Exactly.
Because I'm a dickhead.
Why didn't you cover that?
No other reason. I'm a dickhead. I just didn't see the way they lost, but didn't win. I was just so confident on them winning. So I was like, look, they need to win. They've got no choice. Like at this point of the season, it's like for the title, it's neck on neck. 4 points is massive. 5 points, whatever the gap is massive. You can't afford any more slip ups. Like when a team wins, it's like Arsenal and City. One win, the other one's got no choice but to win. Like if you don't win, like that could be the league. Like that result could lose in the league.
Yeah. But I just don't understand
And
why you
especially,
why
no,
you
I know that,
last game.
and especially with Galatasaray being in the Champions League, going that little bit further, they've got more chance of obviously rotation or missing teams. So you got to make sure you get every point you can get on the board.
You're not answering my question.
Because I'm a dickhead. There's no other reason.
It's not that. It's because you're greedy. It's greed. That's what it was. You could easily have just gone, do you know what? I've got X amount here, got 900 here, guaranteed. What I could do is I could either have 900 guaranteed, or I could sacrifice another 200 so that I'm taking away the 400 or 700. But you got greedy. So, is this something you're going to learn from? If you're in this position again, are you going to cover next time?
I can't speak for my future self.
You're going to use this as a learning experience.
I'll try, but I can't speak for my future self.
Be interesting to hear what everyone else thinks on sort of covering when you're down to your last one. If it's one result, the last one, do you cover double chance just so you guaranteed something, or do you just let it run? Because I think most people will cover with a double chance.
I should have covered, but yeah, it's just I'm a dickhead. No other words. So it is what it is. It's my own decision. Poor decision. Bad decision. But we move on.
We live and we learn.
We move on.
So the wins this weekend. First win was Newcastle Everton. Had an in-play on Joe Willock at 17-2. 30 on Matt, returned 285. Nice. Obviously the 5:30 game. Bayern v Dortmund. Nico Schlotterbeck was starting against Michael Elise. First card, 14-1. The thing about that was, Nico Schlotterbeck, he didn't even touch Elise. He rattled someone called Stanisic. He rattled the fullback.
Oh, yeah.
He went over the ball and it should have been a red card. And I was panicking because the ref was getting crowded by all the Bayern players who were doing the card gesture saying it should be a red card, it should be a red card. And I was thinking, if this ref books a Bayern player for whinging now and doesn't book Schlotterbeck, I'm going to lose my head.
Or books him second.
Yeah, I'll book him second. So, but he booked Schlotterbeck first, thankfully. Gave him the yellow. Should have been a red. That was 14-1. So that was at 40 on that. So that was 600 return, 560 profit. Beautiful. Beautiful. Then we moved to one of my most obscure bets ever.
What have you done?
I saw it was Atletico versus Real Oviedo, and Atletico Madrid put a left back out of the youth team.
Yeah.
And he got fouled I think it was 2.4 times a game, and he was up against the player for Oviedo called Hassim Hassan, and I watched him the other week, and he's one of those players that just dribbles down a cul-de-sac.
Okay.
So I just thought, I can just see him overrunning the ball and just running into this left back who's just going to hit the deck. And Hassan to do 3 fouls and 1 foul in the first half was 37-1. I was like,
What?
Yeah, 37-1.
3 fouls from a winger.
So 3 fouls and 1 in the first half. So I'm definitely having some of that. So I went in on him. 36-1, 20 on that. So that was a 747 return, which was absolutely beautiful. And then
Was it the first player to be carded as well?
No, I didn't have first party card. I said
Just was he out of interest?
He didn't get booked.
I didn't get booked. Oh, so he done 3 fouls and just didn't get booked.
No, him to do 1 foul in the first half and 3 fouls was 36-1.
No, just asking out of interest if he got booked because
No.
most people you should be getting booked after 3 fouls.
Yeah, I mean, one of his fouls weren't even a foul. He just knocked it down the line, hurdled a tackle, and landed on the player, and he gave a foul. It was ridiculous. But I was not about to start complaining. So that was a good one. And then on Sunday, I had what did I have on Sunday now? I had another in-play fouls one, which just came another 33-1, which just came up trumps. So I had Callum Hudson-Odoi. Was playing left wing and Joel Veltman was playing. No, he wasn't. Vifa was playing right back Hudson-Odoi was playing left wing. But then I've got a notification, so when Veltman comes on, I get notified. Veltman got subbed on and Brighton were winning. So I thought Veltman always gets fouled. So I was like, Hudson-Odoi is just going to ring to the back of Veltman. He's just going to fall over like he always does. So I put 20 on for him to do 2 fouls, 33-1. And Hudson-Odoi got subbed off about 2 minutes later. And I was like, oh no. And someone called Dillian Bakwa got subbed on, that I've never heard of.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He got subbed on for Hudson-Odoi. So obviously it carried over to him on the super sub. And then he went and done 2 fouls. Which was just like...
So what, you a 33-1, a 37-1, and Schlotterbeck at 14-1.
Mm-hmm.
And did you say you hit another one?
Joe Willock.
Wow. Fuck me.
Yeah.
That is naughty, that is.
So it was, happy days. Happy days. Happy days. But the thing is, it could have been even sweeter. And I'm not gonna sit here and even pretend that I'm in the same level of pain as you with that Fenerbahce result. But I did have Fenerbahce on as well. I had an 8-fold and Fenerbahce in my last team as well. So when you were just running through what happened with that Fenerbahce game, I was there. I was cooking my dinner, but I had it up watching it as well. And every time I looked, like, Fenerbahce were just missing chances, and I was like, what is going on here? And like you say, it got to 2-2, and I just thought, this is gonna land now. Like, they've not come back to 2-2 not to get it. They've got 20 odd minutes left. I'll do this. And then when it ended 2-2, I was just like, oh.
Did you cover it?
No.
Why not?
No, because obviously my stake was 40 and it returned like 6. So I thought it's only 560, and then I thought I'd already like won earlier in the day, so I was just thinking, do you know what?
Yeah, but you could have guaranteed yourself more cash. You just had to go at me for not doing it.
I could have, yeah, but there's a different stake in 10 for 920 and 40 for 6. Because my thing was, if Fenerbahce win it with 560, so basically and the double chance was 8-5. So I was like, well, I could put like,
It was 3-1 before the game kicked off.
It was 8-5 when I checked.
It dropped as soon as the game kicked off to like 2-1.
Oh,
But when I first looked, it was 3-1 before the game kicked off.
So I, in hindsight, I probably should have, just to guarantee something. But because I was doing well, I just thought it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine.
I've made too much money. I've took too much money from the bookies today. I'll give them a break.
Well, that wasn't my thinking. My thinking was I want to take it. I was like, I want to take everything, but just wasn't
Take it
meant to
all.
be. Wasn't meant to be, mate. So Fenerbahce were just would have been an absolutely unbelievable weekend if Fenerbahce had come through.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. They're very much on the ban list now for the remainder of the season.
So you've been pretty successful this week and got a couple of really big wins. So what do you think for this week again? Because, yeah, everyone's going to be interested in that after you've pulled out a couple at your arse.
Yeah, I'm focusing mainly midweek Prem this week, to be honest, because we've got obviously a set of midweek Premier League games, and this point in the season, mate, everything matters so much. It's life and death for a lot of these teams. So the game that instantly stands out to me is Aston Villa v Chelsea, because this for me is a straight shootout for who's getting 5th. This is just straight shootout because I think obviously Chelsea are not. They're still like, I think is it 6 points? Yeah, Chelsea are 6 points off. Yeah. With 10 games to go. If you beat Chelsea, that'll be 9 points with 9 games. I don't think they're turning that round. Whereas if they beat you,
The form we're in at the moment.
Yeah, but Chelsea aren't going to win all their games. Like
No.
9 points is a lot to swing.
No, it is.
So, and they've got Champions. I know you got Europa League, but they'll be prioritising Champions League. They got PSG as well, which is horrendous fixture. But so I think Chelsea Villa is going to be absolute. So Villa Park as well. So that is going to be absolutely littered with cards. Like, that game for me has got Enzo Fernandez again. I knew he'd get booked against Arsenal. I'm so annoyed they didn't win on him. But Enzo Fernandez again. Moises will get one against Rodgers. No doubt about it.
He'd get one against his nan.
He would. I'm surprised he didn't get one yesterday, but he'll definitely get one
He
against
tried. I'm sure he prop kicked out someone at one point.
He kicks out at people every game. He gets booked into everyone pretty much. He's a madman. But my predictions for that game are going to be Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and for Villa, I think it could be Onana. If Cole Palmer plays, but Cole Palmer got a knock against Arsenal. So if Cole Palmer plays, I think Onana could get one. If Cole Palmer don't play, then I'll just stick to Enzo and Moises. So Villa Chelsea, big game. I also quite like Newcastle Man United.
Yeah, that's an interesting game.
Yeah, although we've got nothing to play for in the league now, I still think having us at St James's will always, and we've lost 5 in a row at home, so surely we're not going to lose 6 in a row. But Man U will come into town, and they're going to be bang on it. So for that game, I can see Casemiro getting one. He's not been booked in ages. He's due.
Yeah, but he's got Brazilians in centre mid. He ain't going to kick over one of the Brazilians.
No, I think he'll get one on. Tonali. Bruno Guimaraes ain't playing, so the only Brazilian we've got in there is Joe Willock. He'll get one against Jacob Ramsey. Jacob Ramsey likes going on little wonders with the ball in midfield. He'll get one on Jacob Ramsey. Casemiro will, and then I just can never see past Jordan. Like, I pick him every week, but he just goes looking for it every week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think the Brazilians in that game, the Brazilians, so Joe Linton and Cass in that game, I think we'll both get booked. So they're the ones that I like for them games are on Wednesday. There aren't really any other good games. I think potentially Thursday, Palace and Tottenham.
Yeah, that's just battle of the shittiest that is.
Because I think both teams are awful, but I could see that being an absolute slog of a game.
Mm-hmm.
So in that game, I'm looking at the likes of Will Hughes. I'm looking at the likes of probably Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher's going to get booked at some point. He can't keep getting away with it. So I'd say in that game, Gallagher and Hughes would be my 2 picks. So just to recap, Gallagher and Hughes for Spurs Palace, Joe Linton and Casemiro for Newcastle United, and for Chelsea Villa, Enzo and Moises, and maybe Onana if Cole Palmer starts. So that's what I'm focusing on this week. In the land of cards. But how about you? What are you going to do to bring this winless run to an end?
So I've been looking at this week and the teams that I've got lined up starting tomorrow in the Prem. Everton and Liverpool. Get the Merseyside. Everton home to Burnley. Liverpool away to Wolves. Liverpool seem like they're getting the mojo back a little bit. SCK looks good, and they seem like they've got this new set piece after the West Ham game. Then Arsenal away to Brighton, City at home to Forest. I think they're both going to win. Celtic are away to Aberdeen as well. And then moving on to Friday, you got Bayern, PSG, and Napoli. So a little midweek eightfold, well, up to Friday. So that's an eightfold that I'm picking for the next few days. As usual, guys, thanks for watching. Hope your weekend was as good as Leon's and not mine. I hope someone got some decent winners. Don't forget to send them in and we'll have a little chat about them. But good luck for the week ahead. There's plenty of football, FA Cup on the weekend. So peace out and see you next week.
Until next time, people.
And don't forget to tune in next week for Never Back the Early Kickoff. Thanks for watching. Follow us across socials for more. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please gamble responsibly. 18+.